Am I on?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was wonderful. I'm so glad to be here. I want to just tell you that praise and worship was a little too short for me. I went on a little longer. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. All the mothers out there. And I have a special guest today. Besides my wonderful husband, my mom and my dad and my brother are all here. I just thank you. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you. You probably wonder, who am I? Some of you probably have no idea who I am, and so I just wanted to tell you a little bit about me. This is not going to be your typical Mother's Day message. It's going to be for everyone. So I hope you all get something out of it, whether you're a mother or a father or single or a teen, male or female, whoever you are. I hope you get something out of this. I was trying to think what kind of message I would want to hear on Mother's Day. I think I would just want to be encouraged. And so that's what I hope that God does today. My message is just to encourage you. So my name is Tammy Trusty. As Brent said, I'm from Ziegler, and I've lived there all my life. I am married almost 30 years, and I have two wonderful married daughters who either one could be here, and 4 grandchildren and 2 great son-in-laws. I'm a teacher. I teach at ZR, teach 5th grade, and I've been at COC for 20 years. And it's an awesome thing to be here. It's a great, wonderful family. It's just so good to have a real family, and then the family of God that is your family that you can lean on and you can look to and get help and advice from. And I've been here 20 years, and so I've worked in every capacity, from the children's ministry for about 10 years, and the puppet ministry, and the prayer ministry. So I've done, a few things here and there. And so I just want to let you know who I am, and I didn't crawl out of the woodwork, even though maybe you haven't seen me around doing a lot of stuff for the last year. But I just hope to encourage you today. And I just want you to know that, like Pam was saying about her situation, it doesn't matter what your situation is, what you're going through, that God is always with you. And I love the song this morning, God is faithful, that He's with us, He's faithful, He's strong, and He's with us. And basically that's the message I want to tell you to this day. That is, if you allow Him to be, God is with you. I went to my concordance. I have a computer concordance, and I just typed in with you, with us. And I just looked at everything there that said God is with us and went through and picked out. There was like 350 things that said with us. Well, I know they weren't all pertaining to God, but still it's pretty an awesome, huge amount that God is with us and that He's faithful. And basically I want you to know that God is with us. No matter what season you're in your life, no matter what you're going through, that He's with you if you allow Him to be. He can carry you through and help you through any situation. And we all know that life isn't perfect, and we all go through situations that are difficult, that are hard. Sometimes we're on the mountaintop and everything's going wonderful, but sometimes we're not. And that's life. So in the midst of that, we have to learn to trust in God, to lean on Him, to know and believe with confidence that He's with you, wherever you are, whatever you're going through. Whether it's something as simple as a toothache, which, believe me, it's not very simple. I had one a couple weeks ago, and I cried for 3 days, Whether it's something that simple or something huge, like a devastating report from the doctor, that God is with you, that He is faithful. And the second thing I want to remind you is that God answers prayer, and that prayer works. So, who would have ever thought I talked about prayer? God is faithful. He is with us. He will guide you. He will direct you. And one of the neat things I heard a couple weeks ago in Sunday school, my Sunday school teacher said that, remember that poem, Footsteps in the Sand, where it has 2 pair of footsteps, and it says, God, where'd you go? Now there's just 1 pair of footsteps. What happened? And then the whole poem was that God was carrying you through those difficult situations. And my Sunday school teacher said something that I'd always thought in my own mind is, He'll carry you all the way through. There can always be 2 sets of footsteps with God if you are with Him and you allow Him. You don't ever have to be alone. You don't ever have to go through any situation alone. Whether it's babies, 2-year-olds, which can be very difficult. It can be hard, busy raising little children. And whether you're alone and older and you can't get around like you used to, God can be with you. I know my neighbor. She was in her 90s, and she'd say, why am I still here? What can God use me? How can He use me? And she was, had some aches and pains, couldn't get around like she used to. She just wanted to get out and drive, wanted to be out in the yard, but she couldn't do that anymore. But she'd say to me, what can I do? What good am I to God? And I'd say, these people come in here serving you. They're helping you. They're taking care of you several times a week, They come in. You can speak a word into their life. You can be an encouragement to them. You can help them. You can say a prayer for them when they start complaining about their job or their life. There is something you can do, no matter how old you are. And it's pray. Whatever God says to do, send letters. Dolly's mother, she sent cards for every birthday. What a blessing to know that somebody was thinking of you. Somebody that wasn't even part of your family. That she just sent letters, a little card, a birthday card, every birthday to everyone in the church, basically, when she was here with us. She had a ministry, and she was in her 80s. In her 80s. You never retire from God. He always has something for you. I told them, no telling how I'll go, because just stick with me here. So I just know that God will, and He does see you through. We've all been through situations, whether we have plenty or whether we lack, God is with us. I know we went through a period of time for a year and a half that Terry was unemployed. Well, that's a difficult situation, but God was faithful. He was so faithful. Terry went out and he got a job at Hardee's. He worked for the neighbor lady for $5 or whatever she's getting, for little odds and ends. He was out there. God supplied our needs. I would go to the grocery store with so much money, and I didn't have a calculator. I'd write it down and try to estimate in my head, and I'm not very good with figures. But I'd get up there, and I'd be like 50 cents less than how much money I had. And it was God. He provided for us. He used people and provided for us too, because we would go like on special holidays, special dinners to our families, and we'd come home with more food that was on the table for some reason. All the leftovers. We always had food. We always had plenty. So God can see you through any situation. In Isaiah 43, it says that when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you walk through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. And when you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. For I, the Lord, He's saying that to you today. I, the Lord, your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. He's with you. You're not going to sweep over. That water, you may feel like you're sinking, like you're drowning. I know we've all felt that. I felt like that before. I'm drowning. Somebody save me. Well, God can save you. He can walk you through. I'm not saying He'll always change the situation, but He can change you in the midst of a situation. I know that there's situations in my life, that's happened. My nephew was 15 years old, and he had leukemia. All of a sudden, one day, everything was great. The life was great, and then that afternoon, it turned to a nightmare. My 15-year-old nephew had leukemia, had to go through 2.5 years of treatment. God didn't change the treatment. He had to go through it. He didn't heal him automatically like He could have. He didn't. He had to go through that nightmare of losing his hair twice, and us not knowing what would happen, and even years down the road wondering what would happen. And now he's 27 years old and expecting a baby. God